A former couple who plotted the brutal and cold-blooded murder of an electrician have been jailed. Father of two, Liam Smith, who was 38, was shot in the face and then covered in acid after being lured outside his home in Wigan, Greater Manchester, on November the 24th, 2022. Rachel Fulstow, who was 37, who had met Mr. Smith through a dating app, Tinder, 3 years earlier, was convicted of his murder, as well as a charge of perverting the course of justice following a trial. Michael Hillier, who was 39, who had been in a relationship with Miss Fulstow since 2021, was also found guilty of the murder, having admitted manslaughter. Mr. Smith's family shouted "monsters" as the pair left the dock after Miss Fulstow, who was also found guilty of perverting the court of justice, was jailed for life with a minimum term of 30 years at Manchester's Minshall Street Crown Court. Mr. Hillier was jailed for at least 33 years. The trial heard how Miss Fulstow had met Mr. Smith in York in 2019. She said that they had non-consensual sex at a hotel, but she did not describe it as rape. Mr. Hillier of Ecclesall Road, Sheffield, told the court that in early 2022, his then girlfriend confided in him that she was graphically raped by Mr. Smith, and together they decided to go down the vigilante route to seek justice. Sentencing the pair, Judge Maurice Green said whatever happened on the night appeared to be the underlying motive for the attack. He said, "It was decided between you. You would extract your own vengeance. The two of you decided to act as judge, jury and executioner. Whatever happened between you and Liam Smith can never be justification for what you and Michael Hillier did," said Judge Maurice Green, who was addressing Rachel Fulstow. He described the murder as brutal and cold-blooded. Addressing university graduate Miss Fulstow, the judge said it was almost incomprehensible that she had acted in the way that she had. As the pair were taken down, Mr. Smith's sister, Gemma, shouted from the public gallery, "You lying, murdering bitch. Liam has done nothing wrong. He's completely innocent." As he left the dock, Mr. Hillier, in handcuffs, said, "Your boys are grapists." Mr. Hillier, who said he was concerned in the production and distribution of a large-scale cannabis operation, had admitted driving to Mr. Smith's home in Kilburn Drive, Shivington, on November the 24th and waiting outside in a Mitsubishi Shogun with false number plates. Just before 7 p.m, he lured Mr. Smith out of the house and shot him with a modified shotgun, pouring acid and then soda crystals over him, the court heard. Miss Fulstow claimed she knew nothing of the attack until Mr. Hillier arrived at her house in Andrew Drive, York, and was petrified to go to the police. But the court heard in the days after the killing, the couple went on holiday to Jamaica together. In a statement read to the court, Mr. Smith's mother, Julia Smith, said he was a devoted father to his sons, aged 11 and 14, and a gentleman. She told the court, "We are never going to be able to fill this massive void which has been left in our lives." Louise Blackwell, KC, defending Mr. Hillier, said he would not have carried out the attack were it not for his drug addiction and the influence of Miss Fulstow. She said, "Of course, Mr. Hillier took the lead role in the sense that he went and he was the person who carried out the acts, but it was under the pressure of Miss Fulstow." Howard Burstein, representing Miss Fulstow, said the evidence against her showed her role was to provide information about Mr. Smith and an alibi for Mr. Hillier, but he said the evidence was not inconsistent with her not knowing that her co-defendant had a gun and acid. In a statement read by Detective Inspector Lee Shaw outside the court, Liam Smith's family said, "Liam was more than just a family member to us. He was our rock, our Liam. He had the biggest and most kind-hearted soul and would literally do anything for anyone. We were always asking ourselves, why did this happen to Liam? Why do his two boys now have to live with the knowledge that their loving father was taken away from them in the most barbaric of circumstances?" They added, "His name has been tainted throughout his trial, and that wasn't him. It's not our Liam. He has been denied the chance to publicly clear his name." Detective Chief Inspector Gina Brennard said Liam Smith's name had been besmirched and tainted during the trial. She said, Liam was unable to defend himself throughout this process, which made it even more heartbreaking for his family. While sat in court, neither defendant showed any signs of remorse, nor have they recognised the magnitude of what they had done and the impact on Liam's family and ultimately his 2 boys. I'm relieved that the jury were compelled by the prosecution's case, seeing through their lies and deceit, and ultimately leading to a very long prison sentence.